That's what the Republican Party needs to be, the optimistic party in the future. And we need to quit being the party that even iota defends an insurrection, a dead police officer, and other dead Americans on the Capitol. There is no equivalency to that, and we have to run from that as fast as we can.
I'm not, going to give the Republicans advice. They don't want my advice. But ultimately, they will continue being a conservative party that believes in democracy, or an authoritarian party based on big lies, conspiracy theories, and in fact, a movement toward violence. And I hope the Republicans make the right decision and come down on the side of democracy.
With regard to the president's comments that day, that they were partly responsible for what happened, for the horrible violence that occurred on Capitol Hill, I've also said, that what he did was wrong and inexcusable.
You say it's inexcusable. If you don't vote yes, one could argue that you are doing just that. You are excusing the behavior.
Well, it can be inexcusable and yet not be subject to a conviction after a president has left office.
The Republican leadership has said very clearly, including Kevin McCarthy, that President Trump bears responsibility for what he brought the people to the Capitol. He brought them to Washington. They went to the Capitol. He bears some responsibility there.
And yet he goes to visit him in a smiling photo opportunity.
The Senate trial is going to refocus what happened on the attack on the Capitol, and it's going to call all Republicans to take a position more clearly. President Trump has helped build the party in the last 4 years. I hope he does not help to destroy the party in the coming 4 years.
The president has split with his legal team, reportedly because he wanted them to focus on the fact that his claim that the election was stolen. What do you think of the idea of that as a defense for the president, arguing that the election was stolen? And secondly, what is it going to do to the trial if the president, 8 days before it starts, doesn't even have a group of lawyers?
I have no clue.
But I do think that this constitutionality issue has to be addressed. I mean, we would be convicting a private citizen, as you know, someone who's out of office. That sets a precedent. And I think all former presidents, yeah, those alive and those not, could be affected in a negative way.
It's hard to have seen an insurrection 3 weeks ago, to say that's no big deal, yeah, and then to lecture Democrats on something. We've lost our moral authority, and we need to regain it as a party.